So welcome students to this series of multivariate optimization, and in the last class we saw that there were two methods, direction search method and gradient based method. In the gradient based method we studied Newton's method, and today we will discuss in the direct search method the Powell's conjugate direction method. Powell's. So you will read about this method in detail from the book, but I'm just telling you the very basic aspect of this method, that what do we do here, that this is our coordinate. For example, x1 and x2 are 2 points, two variable function if there is. So in this method what you will be given a starting point and a starting direction. That the problem will say that you go in this direction, and this starting direction will be shown by letter S, or you can say that this vector like this. So 2 points will these two value informations will be given. Then what you will do, that you will find a conjugate direction in this method. Different conjugate direction you will find, and with the help of this Powell's method, and then you will go in that direction. There you will find the minimum minimum point where the function's value is minimum in a very efficient way. So first we will see that how to find this conjugate direction. Means you can go everywhere like this way, but there is a particular conjugate direction. If you will go in that direction, you will find the minimum point in a very efficient manner. So a very basic question to understand Powell's method is this: a function is given to you, then and a starting direction is given to you. This is the starting direction, and then now you have to find the conjugate direction. So you just understand this in a very basic way, that whenever there is Powell's conjugate direction method used, then you will be given the direction in which direction you have to go for the search, and then you will have to find the conjugate direction. So we are solving this question, how to find this conjugate direction. Okay, solution. In this the method, what we do is that we will again find the Hessian matrix. What is the Hessian matrix? We will find here, and Hessian matrix you can find very easily, because I have explained the method in much detail in previous video lecture. So you can find the method there. I am directly writing the result here. If you find the Hessian matrix of that function, you will find this. Just for a brief way, I would like to say that the first element here, it is actually del 2f over del x1 square, and this element 3 here, it is del 2f over del x1 del x2, like this. So you can very easily find the Hessian matrix. So first step is to find the Hessian matrix. After then, what you will do, you will apply a formula. This is the formula to find the conjugate direction. Like you will write it this way. This is the formula. It is a very simple formula. You just it looks complicated. Transpose, this is actually transpose of the direction that have been given to you. The direction that is given to you is this. Okay, 1, 0, S1 that has been given to you is this. This is the direction. It means that 0 here, x1, x2, if the 2 points are there, then this is the direction has been given to you. Go one value in the x1 direction and 0 value to the x2 direction. So obviously the direction is this. This is the initial direction has been given to you. Then according to this formula, you have to find the transpose of it. so it will be 1, 1, 0. In the matrix you are not writing comma. So now you put all these things in the formula. What you will get? 1, 0, put the Hessian matrix, 2, 3, 3, 2, and here comes the conjugate direction. This is the conjugate direction in which we are interested, and it will give you a very efficient direction to go into the minimum value of the function. So now multiply these two matrices. What you will get? 1 into 2, 2, plus 0 into 3, 3. This way you will get so I am directly writing the result. Actually I am not doing all the things because it is very simple mathematics actually. So you will get the resultant matrix equal to 2, 3, and then here this is your direction S2, and S2 direction is made of two components. So if you will break it into like this, it has got two components. Every direction has got two components, in value in x direction, value in x1 direction, x2 direction. So same way, if you can break it into two components, S1 and S2, then you can get this value 2S1 plus 3S2. Now this is giving you the conjugate direction. So there can be so many directions that will satisfy your equation. So if you let S1 is equal to so many ways there can be that can satisfy this equation. So if you take S1 is equal to 1, then S2 with the help of this equation you will get minus 2/3. So your direction, conjugate direction, will be S1 minus 2/3, or you can say that if you can multiply it by 3, then you can get 3 minus 2. So it is much more better way to express. This is also the direction, and it is the same direction this. So this is your conjugate direction. It means that it is saying that you go three values here and minus 2 values, means 1, 2, 3 values here and minus 2 values here. So this will be your direction, conjugate direction. And after conjugate direction, I will give you some material. You can read from there that how to find the minimum of this function. But actually this numerical was based only upon finding the conjugate direction, because it is a complex procedure. So I have broken it in very small parts, and for the end semester examination point of view, this one question is sufficient. The conjugate direction. Okay, this way this lecture finishes here. Thank you very much.